Hello, happy lunchtime. We are gonna do 10 minutes of Pilates and I'm calling it tummy time because we're gonna focus on the tummy area. So go ahead and lie down starting in neutral spine. That means your sacrum, shoulder blades and mid-back and head are on the ground with a little space underneath your low back. You're gonna bring your hands behind your head and just take a big breath in. And as you exhale, feel your ribs slide down this way. We are just warming up, waking up these muscles. Spread the ribs outwards and then exhale, pull them down and in without letting the belly pop out. Let's do that 2 more times. Inhale, expand that rib cage. Exhale, let the rib cage come down and in towards each other in the front, and 1 more. All right, we're gonna stay in this neutral spine. So keeping that space underneath the low back, but we're gonna curl the upper back up, or to curl your chest up. So we are not pressing the low back to the ground. We're also not arching our back off the ground. We're just keeping that natural little space, the natural curve of your spine, of your lower back is maintained. So sometimes when you're doing ab work, you're pressing your low back to the ground, and this time for this exercise, we are not. We'll do that in a bit. So let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and hold this next one up. 1. Okay, so let's check in with ourselves. Take a glance down at your belly. Make sure it's not popping up. So scoop that belly button in. Check in with the low back. There's still space here. You can feel that your ribs are pulled down towards your waist. And then your head. Let it relax in your arms. So you're not holding yourself up with your neck like this, but rather letting your head relax in your arms. And then come on down. All right, now we're gonna press your low back to the ground. So curl your tailbone under, pressing your low back to the ground. And can you make this happen without squeezing your glutes? Can you just curl from the front and that presses your back to the ground? Let's do 4 more. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And press and hold that low back is pressed to the ground, hands behind your head. Glance up and make sure that your 6-pack isn't popping up or your belly is not popping up. And holding your back to the ground, you're gonna curl up again. So this feels a little bit different than what we did earlier. And 6, 5, 4, head is still resting in your arms. 3, 2, and 1. All right, now bring your arms by your side. You're back to neutral spine with a little space underneath your back, and you are gonna alternate marching at your legs. So we're not arching your back up, but we're just like that little space enough to slide a hand underneath. Air conditioner, getting warm, is maintained. And you're just folding at your hip, and let's make this a little bit more challenging. You're gonna bring one leg up, then the other, one leg down, then the other, and up, up, down. Now it seems like a pretty simple motion, but if this is easy for you, either you have super rock solid abs, or it's possible that you're not doing it correctly. So what are some things that are common? Sometimes people come all the way over here, and this is a nice modification. This is easier to bring your legs up here, but that feels like very much like you're just, scrunching up at your hips. So what I'd like is for you guys to come with like vertical thigh. Also, the exercise is not like a kick of your legs like this. It's like an arc of your leg. I think this is also called femur arcs. Okay. This is called femur arcs, but it's also called dead bug. Sometimes when you come up with the opposite arm, call it dead bug. And then final version, that was still easy for you even though you're doing it correctly. your legs are in this tabletop position. Check in and make sure you're not scrunching up at your back, like it's not like arching up at your back. There's just a little space here. You're still in neutral spine. Your shoulders are open. And then you're gonna drop one leg down and bring it up, and the other leg down and bring it up. And let's do the final 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. All right, bring your knees to your chest, hands back behind your head, and you're gonna bring your elbow to the opposite knee. So you might feel a little bit of like a diagonal scrunch at your abdominals, and your back is pressed to the ground, so you might feel like a nice stretch on your low back. And come on down, and other side. And 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and hold this one. Straighten the opposite leg and lower and lift, trying to keep this elbow to knee connection, while the other leg is nice and loose. Like the work is maintaining this position so that the other leg can be super light and easy to move. 2 and 1, and switch sides. Other leg up and lower and lift. 10, 9, 8. So I'm calling today tummy time because we're focusing on our tummy, but it's inspired by this morning's conversation with Keiko, one of the PTs here. She has a newborn, and he's been doing tummy time. 2 and 1. All right, knees to chest. Let's bring your arms out to the side, legs back into that tabletop position, and let your legs fall to one side. So this is a little bit of core work, but mostly just a break from the work that we just did. Get a nice stretch here, and on your next exhale, you're gonna use the pull from your center to bring your legs up. So take a breath in, exhale, use that center to pull you up. And then inhale to the other side, hang out here for a bit, get a stretch. So it's gonna be on the exhale, and then you're gonna use your breath and your center to bring your legs back to the center. Ready? Inhale, exhale, bring the legs back in, hands behind your legs, curl yourself up, see if you can do it slowly. Sit up tall, and see if you can come down slowly too. So this one is about control. Can we get ourselves to have motion and the different segments in our spine so that we can come down one piece at a time, as opposed to coming down like, you know, like a solid brick, right? Can we smooth out that roll up and back down? We're gonna do 2 more of these. Exhale, curl it up, sit up tall. Exhale, send that tailbone under and come down one bit at a time. All right, let's go on to our tummies for actual tummy time, like Keiko's son Nico is doing. You're gonna hang out on your tummies, and you're gonna pull your belly up. So it's not because you're like pushing into the ground to come up. You're just gonna scoop your abdominal muscles up, such that like you could just slide a hand underneath, or a little ant can crawl underneath your belly. Can you scoop up? I wouldn't be able to see it from the outside. You might not be able to see it from the outside. It's not like you're pressing into your knees. You're not pressing into your legs. You're not pressing into your elbows. You're just scooping the skin of your belly up. And 4, release. 3, release. 2, release. And 1. All right, let's go on to our hands and knees and do the same thing. So you're on your hands and knees, shoulder over wrist, hips over knees, flat back. You can let your belly kind of sag and hang, and then scoop that belly up. Notice nothing is happening at my back, but my belly kind of pooches out and then pulls up. Pooch it there's a glass of water on your back and you don't want it to spill. And 5, 4, 3, 2, keep this hand up, release one of your legs. You're still scooping the belly up and you're gonna lift the leg up. And I know this is about stomach, or this is tummy time, 10 minutes for tummy time, but we are holding our core in so that the movement of our leg doesn't knock us side to side and doesn't let us arch our back. So 4, 3, 2, 1, other side. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now reach with both arms and then curl and reach and curl and reach. We're going to do 3 more. 3, 2, and 1. Other side. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, focus back on the stomach. Let's put your hands behind your leg. I mean, it was not like that wasn't a focus on your stomach, but this one feels more like we're on our stomach now, working on our stomach. All right, you're gonna balance here. Check in with your shoulders, make sure they're away from your ears. Your sacrum is on the ground because you're scooped under. Your back is rounded. You're gonna alternate kicking your legs. And 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do both legs and alternate that kicking again. If this is a bit much for you, you can bend your legs or you can go back to alternating kicking. And then you're gonna release your arms so that their arms are reaching forward, legs reaching up, and then come on down. Make a big, long, stretchy line with your body. Take a breath in, circle your arms out to the side, peel your back off the ground, and then when you can't quite get up anymore, bring the legs up with you. And then come on down, reach up, take a breath in, exhale, circle it around. My legs are parallel to each other, but you can also put the bottoms up, like turn your feet out a little bit. This is the more comfortable position for me. And then you can also bend your legs if it's a bit much to bring your straight legs up. So again, you can turn your feet out like this and press your heels together, or you can be in parallel like me. All right, and then come on down. We are gonna do 3 more of those. Inhale, exhale, pick a variation that works for you. And come down, 2 more. We're trying to do this with control as opposed to just jackknifing up. And last one. All right, let's get back onto our stomachs and give our stomachs a little bit of a stretch. So shoulders away from your ears, lift up your chest, and maybe you get a little bit of a stretch at the front of your stomach, kind of like a thank you for scrunching and working so hard for the past 10 minutes. And come down, and we are done. Have a good day. See you tomorrow at 12:30 for more Pilates.